My Chemical Romance are a band from New Jersey who are fronted by a guy called Gerard Way. Uh, in their Wikipedia description, they have been labelled as alternative rock, emo, pop punk, post-hardcore, punk rock and hard rock, emo pop, hardcore punk, gothic rock, pop rock, arena rock, glam rock, heavy metal, metalcore, rock pop, screamo and garage punk. So in other words, people don't actually know how to pigeonhole them. They were the centre of a controversy. The Daily Mail claimed that they were dangerous on the grounds of the damaging messages that they gave. They claimed that they were part of an emo cult that was promoting suicide. Well, I claim that the Daily Mail is dangerous on the grounds of the damaging messages it gives, and I think they have a much bigger voice and therefore are much more culpable for the damage that they do to British society. Back to the band. They existed from 2001 to 2013. They took a break and they came back in 2019, and they have created 4 albums so far. Hi, my name's Dan. So this is the 3rd album by My Chemical Romance and my first encounter with them, both with this album and with them as a band. I think, when I knew that they existed, I'd heard the name, I think I was confused because I thought that they were an 80s band, and they're definitely not. So my concept of who they are and what they are was completely wrong. So let's describe the album. Or try to. It's a big theatrical thing. They made a big deal over the visuals of this as a band. They appeared as a band calling themselves the Black Parade rather than My Chemical Romance. There was a lot of publicity around this and around the kind of look and feel of the stuff for this album. It's a concept album about a man who's dying, who's called The Patient, and about his passage out of life and his memories of it. And it's musically diverse. I would say that the best description that I've got is that it's rock. Okay, definitely rock. There are overdriven guitars all over the place, but it touches on lots of different styles, which is good in my book. So I can hear and I have read that there is inspiration here from The Wall by Pink Floyd, from Ziggy Stardust by David Bowie, and from Queen. It definitely, I can hear those influences. I can hear lots of other stuff going on in here. So the people I was reminded of, genres, definitely heard ideas of art rock in here, punk and new punk. I kept thinking of The Offspring, who were a new punk band. Apparently they had quite a strong connection with Green Day, who were quite similar. 70s rock, I can definitely hear in here. Elements of metal, bits of the White Stripes. There was a fairly obscure band from San Francisco called Jellyfish, who they reminded me of at times. Queen, definitely, particularly with vocal harmonies. Coldplay and Guns N' Roses and lots of other styles. The one band that they reminded me more of anything else was Muse, who are similarly diverse and inventive, I would say, and in the kind of rock area. There are lots of other styles and things thrown in there. So just to chuck in one of the songs called Mama, which is probably my favourite song on the album. It kind of starts as Eastern European folk, but then kind of degenerates into rock from there. There's a track that's definitely kind of quite pub rocky. There's a hidden track right at the end called Blood, which sounds more kind of like musical kind of thing. Huge diversity, interesting lyrics, musically really intelligent, lyrically intelligent. I absolutely loved it. I thought it was inventive, it was theatrical, and it was varied. And I wonder how they managed to pass me by. And I'd not picked up on them as a band before, because I definitely have now, and I'm very impressed. So I'm always looking for stuff that's like this, that hits that kind of Queen richness and variety and theatricality and creativity, and this hits all those those kind of notes for me, which is great. So this is really good for me because I got to a point with these reviews where I've done the first 300, which is 10%, and I felt a little bit in the doldrums for the last few albums. There's some reasonable albums in there, but this perked me up. This is one of the reasons why I'm doing this series, is to find gems like this. Absolutely loved it. I'd love to know what you think of this album, so please talk to me through the comments box. That's it from me for now.
Oh, well, now